Hello everyone. Kage here, and this is going to be my ESA submission for ESA Summer 24. This is Need for Speed Heat, any percent, no DLC. I'm going to do a showcase run, so it can be a submission for the marathon, and hopefully it gets accepted. It's not that long of a run. It's like 1 hour and a half, 140. If things go really bad, maybe 150, which is going to be my estimate, just to be on the safe side. So yeah, let's just start the run, and I'll explain things along the way. So first we start with the prologue race, which is a bit retrospective. So it's 5 nights ago before our main character story. So one of the main characters is called Anna, and she has a former crew before she gets to know you, and that first race is about that, pretty much.
The Speed Hunters Showdown.
Talk to me, Joe. How we doing?
Hanging in there.
Good. Just
Okay.
on the floor.
And yeah, the first race is
What's the tea, Richie?
pretty much straightforward.
We knew they were gonna bring it. This is the lead we're going for here. Come on, guys. This is ours.
So basically, this is a race for the so-called League, which is one of the, if not the largest racing organization in the fiction city of Palm City. That's the city that the story takes place in. And this is one of the races that they're supposed to get in the big guys. However, as you can see, the cops enter the race and things don't go to plan.
I'm serious. It's bad news.
So, as this is the first race, the game is lenient on you. You don't need to finish first.
Stop quitting, Anna.
So you can even be dead last, and that doesn't matter.
I'm out.
Richie, did he seriously just fail?
Sometimes you may get the cops behind you, and they will get behind us. And when they do, we can use them for a flight boost. Sometimes they can push us from behind if we align ourselves perfectly. And they can actually boost us and give us speed.
Take a right.
There, one on track for full start roughly west emergency shores. Keep eyes on him, he's fast!
If you got anything left in the tank, use it.
We're not shaking this bird.
Leave that to me.
And yeah, the goal is just to finish the race, and that's pretty much what we're going to do in a couple of seconds. That's actually a pretty good lead. I haven't had that in a while. That's cool. And that's the prologue.
I think we won.
Now, of course, I'm gonna skip the cutscene as it's a speed run, but basically, you know, it tells about the story how the former crew of Anna gets disbanded, and that's where our main character comes in. And here we meet one of our other main characters called Lucas.
Oh, hey, I'll be with.
So we pick our character. As the speedrun, we don't care, we just spam.
Out of town, huh?
And the car that we pick is the Mustang. And that's a funny glitch, don't mind it. If you spam too fast, that's what happens.
Choice.
So we skip the cutscene, we get the Mustang. And now, we finally get to free roam.
Okay, where to?
And we're going to our first race.
Take it easy. Let's just get this car to the start line in one piece.
Give me a sec, I think... Where's the... I just wanted to make the engine sound a bit louder. I lost a couple of seconds, but that's fine. It's a submission run anyway, so I don't mind losing a few seconds. Of course, that won't happen on ESA. But yeah, basically we're going to our first race. Lucas and our main character are talking about how the family of Lucas has a very big history in Palm City, especially his father. He used to be one of the top racers back in the day, and Lucas inherits the garage. And Lucas is pretty much in the business of fixing cars, upgrading cars, you know, just making bank based on like mechanic stuff. And he introduces us to the other main character called Dix, and we're doing our first race to get a bit of money. So it's a circuit race, pretty short, pretty straightforward, nothing special. Heat has a pretty interesting mechanic of sometimes you need to drift on the corners and sometimes you need to grip. So it's an interesting combination of grip and drift. So here I'm gonna grip, I'm not gonna drift on this one. But on the sharper corners you do need to drift. Okay, I messed up a bit on the barrier there, but that's fine. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting physics in my opinion, and I quite like it, to be honest with you. It's my favorite Ghost game, probably. Starting from Rivals all the way to Heat. Unbound is a mixture of Criterion and Ghosts. And just like that, we finish our first race. I mean, after the prologue. We get some cash. Just of course what we need to make up, to do some upgrades. And now we basically drive to the location that's ticked on our map. Lucas is explaining us the basics of how you should upgrade your car, get in better races, get more cash, keep upgrading so you can make it to the big boys league. And we're just driving to the marked location so we can finish this mission and start a new one. And now we actually meet, with this main character, we actually meet Anna. Which is going to be our best buddy, pretty much. Another cutscene that we skip. And this is where we get to meet Anna. And by skipping, we're done with this mission. And we're immediately on to the next one. And now this mission is with Anna. We did a day race, a day mission now. And we completed the day mission. And now we're going to do a night one. So this is a mechanic that Heath first introduced, which is really interesting in my opinion. I have really good opinion on this mechanic. I like it. So basically, the mechanic is to switch between day and night. During the day, you do legal races and you gain money. And during night, you race illegally. You gain reputation, you increase your level rank, which allegedly unlocks cars, it unlocks parts, and we get to do the cop chases. You can also do chases during the day, but in order to do them, you need to provoke the cops. Meanwhile, during the night, they need less provocation to engage. So currently I'm running a downpatched version of the game, which is very beneficial for the run, because in this downpatched version, in order to complete the last mission breaking the law, you need to be only rank 23. And in the most up-to-date patch, you need to be rank 30. And you can assume that having to do 7 less ranks to complete the final mission saves a lot of time. So that's why we're running the downpatched version. There are a couple of differences in other aspects as well. Cops are a bit more aggressive. You can get busted easier. And there are some other minor differences as well, but the main one is that you can complete the last mission on rank 23 instead of rank 30, which saves us a lot of time. And for the whole run, I'm just gonna do the Mustang. Now we can switch to another car, to the RX-7, which personally is my favorite car of all time. But currently, with the route that I'm going to use, I'm just going to stick with the Mustang for the whole run. It's actually a pretty good car. It's the best starter car in the game. And with the upgrades, it's actually quite good, so it's not that bad. So I'm just going to stick with it for the whole run. And we're almost complete with this first night race. And I'm going to do another night race after that. What you can do is, instead of doing a second night race, you can engage a pursuit. And you need to reach rank 3. And then come back to the garage and finish the mission. However, sometimes the cops are RNG and things don't go to plan. So it's a bit faster to do the cop route. However, it's super safe to do just the second race. And it will give you enough reputation, so you can reach rank 3 and go back to the garage. Anna talks to us how she can give us location to lay down low, so we can escape the cops so they don't detect us. But our main characters, of course, says, well, I'm having a lot of fun, so I might as well keep going. And Anna warns us, it's your choice, but keep in mind that the cops may detect you, so be careful. So this is a safer route, just do the second race to get our rank and then come back to the safe house and continue. Or as I said, the other route is to directly in free roam engage the cops and try to gain a rank 4 like that, escape them and then come back to the safe house. That was a bit unfortunate. So we may engage with this cop, let's see. We probably will, yes we will. Which is helpful. It gives us a tiny bit of more heat for a few seconds, which can be useful. But we're going to escape the cop, of course. Maybe. They're usually not that fast enough to keep up, so... Let's see. Oh, this guy is. Interesting. Okay, so... What we do in that case is the easiest way to escape these cops is just to find a source of water, drive them in the water, and just kill them. They'll follow you in the water like this, and that's it. We escape the cops, so we can actually go back to the safe house, which should be turning to the right here. There are probably still going to be a couple of other cops in pre-run trying to detect us, like that one, so hopefully he doesn't turn. Sometimes it's quite unfortunate. And they do almost instantly turn around and they can notice you straight away, but this time nothing unlucky happens, so we can just go straight away to our safe house and complete this mission. There we go. So here, you cannot skip this. After that, you can skip this, but for the very first time, you cannot skip this. So it shows you how much rep you have, the multiplier and everything. And we can go back in the garage after this shows. There's a cutscene now that shows us the next morning that Lucas actually gets to know that we actually race during the night, which he doesn't like a lot. And this mission is complete. So now we can get a couple of upgrades, which are going to be NOS and tires.
Oh, sorry about the runaround. Let's get that NOS hooked up.
And we get the on-road tires.
Now you got the edge. You can have it.
And now we go outside, we change to night, we fast travel to the safe house. And what we're going to do now is we're going to grind until rank 11. Because the higher the rank, the more missions you can do and the more upgrades you can do. So now we're just going into free roam. And we're going to go to a point where we basically keep doing 2 speed traps. One of them to get 1 star, the other one to get 2 stars. And basically we keep doing those speed traps until we get rank 11. And we can go back to the safe house. So actually, let me try engage with this cop, because the sooner you engage the cops, actually, the better. He seems to ignore us. Actually, touching them will engage things, so let's try. Can I touch you, mister? So I get my... Because currently, as you can see, I'm on... Currently, I was on rank, like on multiplier 0. And when you engage a cop pursuit like this, you immediately gain rank 1, a multiplier 1, which can actually help a lot. So we're just going to follow our path to do our speed traps. All what we needed is to get the rank 1. That's fine. So first speed trap is 145 kilometers per hour, which is not very hard to hit. The second one is 178, I believe, for 2 stars. And we need to get those 2 stars, because that gives us a lot of rep. So it's at this corner. We use NOS. Should be fine. Yep, there we go. We got the 2 stars. It's not necessary to engage in a pursuit again, but it can be helpful. Because your hit with the multiplier, you gain passively a bit of it over time in chase, so that could help. But, you know, for consistency, we may not want to engage with the cops. For consistency's sake. Yeah, what we do pretty much is keep grinding those 2 speed events. Speed traps. There we go, another chase, so we'll gain a bit of passive on the multiplier, hit on the multiplier, which is nice, because we gain faster multiplier like this, which helps us by getting more rep. Sometimes these cops can be persistent, sometimes they're not that much persistent, but usually they're not. But this guy seems to be, so we may gain a bit of passive beat actually. Oh, the cop crashed somehow. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe he crashed into traffic, I don't know. Okay, we're rank 7. Just a tiny bit away from rank 8. And we need rank 11 pretty much to continue with our missions. The reason we need rank 11 usually is because that's when the drift events get unlocked. And we do need the drift events because that's how we're going to grind our way towards almost rank 23. And that's the fastest way you can grind towards rank 23. So we're going to engage in the pursuit again. Probably. Or maybe not. I guess not, okay. That's interesting. Cops in this down-patch version act a bit weirdly compared to the up-patch version. I guess that's why they up-patched them, but for the speedrun, these cops are better. For the speedrun itself. Okay, we're rank 9. May engage a pursuit, let's see. Yes, we did. Okay.
Found that driver got away. They're mine.
Picked up the chain number 4. Now let's end it the correct way.
I see the car and its dipshit driver. Got eyes on the target.
It's a bit further away, so he shouldn't interfere with this camera here. Speed truck. So we have a backup strat if basically they're still keep chasing us until we get rank 11. There's basically a water that they can follow us into. Oh wow, thank you for the boost. That was nice. And they'll follow us in the water and they die. And that's how we're going to escape probably. Hopefully they don't mess up the speed trap here. Okay, that's fine. 2 stars. So all I'm going to do probably is get the cameras one more time. Actually, I can escape now because but we have to be careful because they can actually bust us. So we have to be careful. Usually, if in some spots, if you go less than 75 kilometers per hour, they'll bust you, so you have to be careful. So we can kill a lot of cops here. But we have to be careful because now... Okay, that's good. Great, perfect, 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 okay. We're on very low health, but this is perfect because we actually got rank 12, which is even better because it's higher, and our speed trap grind was pretty nice, to be honest. So the only thing I need to do is to go back in the safe house and continue with our story. Hopefully no unlucky copying spawns, and it seems to be pretty clear, so we're good. Nice. Nice. Very good. So no upgrades here. We unlock new cars, etc., but we don't need any upgrades. Oh, sorry, my mistake. So we switch to night again, teleport to the safe house again. And we're going to tune our car for the first time with the live tuning menu in free roam. So we're going to lower the downforce to the lowest because that will give us a bit more power for the power rating, for which we actually need exactly for the next mission to be on. Like this. Now we should get the call from Anna. There we go. So we can do the next mission. There we go. Get noticed. So, it's another location that Anna usually should guide us to start the race, but we're speedrunners, so we know where that location is in advance. So we're just going to drive there. And now we start the race. It should be stepping up the higher ladder, so we can actually get ourselves to the league with the big boys. So there's a little shortcut here. Sorry, Anna. Apologies. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Just wanted to take my shortcut, Anna, okay? Sorry about that. We're going to split the money later, okay? No worries. So yeah, this is a bit longer race. It's like, I think 2 minutes 30, 2 minutes 40 maybe. But in my opinion, the graphics are really good. And this is on medium graphics, by the way, so... the game still looks pretty good in my opinion. Some people don't like the wetness of the game, like it's very wet and rainy, but it's supposed to be like copycat of Florida, Miami, so I think it's pretty good. I like the graphics in Heat. But yeah, nothing special pretty much in this race. We can get the billboard if you want for a bit more rep, but it's not a lot, but... I think this is a bug displaying that we have crashed the cop. A little bit shortcut here. And that's the race. And now we get a cutscene that we skip. They go somewhere to eat. However, what happens is the police is actually waiting for them, and they actually impound the car of Anna. So, because she doesn't have a car, we need to drive her home, and she's pretty upset about it, of course. As any car person will be if they take away their car. And we drive her home, and that's our mission pretty much. And another cutscene, like their television stuff, reporters showing that they are actually busting racers. Now look at us, we're very efficient, okay? And now we don't do any upgrades. Skip a couple of stuff here. Okay. And now we're going to do our next mission, which is Let It Slide, which is basically a tutorial of how we should drift. But I'm going to get 2 safe houses along the way. I don't have any safe house to which I can teleport instantly there. So that's a bit unfortunate, but I'm going to get 2 safe houses along the way to unlock them, because later on they'll be extremely useful, so we can fast teleport, so we can fast travel to those safe houses and be right next to where we should start one of the next missions. And that would be very useful instead of having to free roam every time to there, of course. This camera is very tough to get when you have Mustang not so upgraded like this. That's fine, we don't need it. Oops, my mistake. And yeah, this is one of the safe houses that we'll need in the future, because there's a mission right next to the safe house and we can just fast travel to it when we need to. Now we go to the other one, which is close to the docks, and then we start our mission, Let It Slide. Just one of the second mission with Lucas. What's interesting is that this game's story is pretty short, which is one of the downsides in this game in my opinion, but for the main story, like for the any percent part, you only engage with, like, officially the mission that you start on only 2 people, only 2 characters, Lucas and his sister Anna. So you don't start missions on any other characters' icons besides them. But there are 4 other characters that you can start missions on, which is not necessary for any percent, of course, but as a casual player, of course, you would like to do them. And they're not that bad. You get some reward cards at the end. One of them, which is Eddie Skyline, if people have played Underground 1, which I hope a lot of people did. At the end of the missions for Dex, you actually unlock the Eddie Skyline, exact livery, body kit, everything. At the end of this guy that I'm going to do the drift mission on, when you finish his missions, you unlock Rachel's 350Z from Underground 2. And when you finish the main story mission, for any percent, you get the BMW M3 GTR from Most Wanted 2005. So we got the safe house and we can start our next mission. Cutscene showing the RX-7 drifting, which we don't need.
Hey, you get the friend, right? You said you wanted to meet. You got people talking. Here we go.
So this is a tutorial stuff that we can skip, and now we can start ourselves. Sorry, it was the left stick. So here you can actually, you don't even have to stay in track, which is pretty funny. So you can just do it like this, which I prefer to do because it's way faster than staying on track, but yeah. Now we need to hold the drift for 1.5 seconds. Oops. Now we need 1000 points 5 times. And now, we're actually going to drive 2 laps.
Remember what I told you. Stand on the gas to initiate. Steering and controls all of
So the goal is to get 20,000 points in those 2 laps, which is pretty easy to do, especially with the RX-7, which is an amazing drift car, of course. And it's my personal favorite car of all time. I love the RX-7. So yeah, even in 1 lap, it's pretty easy to get the points. And for the other lap, we just try to go as fast as possible. So we can do like this, so we go faster. Actually, we need to get back on track for a checkpoint, my mistake. And we finished the 2nd lap, and that's our next mission. Done. And now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to start drifting. As I said earlier, we're pretty much... We need to grind almost until rank 23. So that's what we're going to do. Now we're going to fast travel to our safe house so we can officially end the day. And go out during the night. I mean, we need to do some couple of upgrades, which is equipping the drift tires and the drift suspension, and we can start drifting. Drift suspension, drift tires, and that's it. We don't need anything else. We switch to night again, teleporting to the same safe house. So this safe house is pretty much amazing because there used to be another strat where you go to a remote location, you need to free roam and then going back to finish the night, and it was a longer strat. But this one, right next to the safe house, conveniently, you do have a drift event. So you can just immediately start the drift event and you're right next to the safe house. So it's pretty convenient. The goal here is to get 15,000 points, so you can actually free-star our drift event, which I won't be able to do now, but that's fine because I didn't have enough speed from the first time. But basically the idea is to keep free-starring this drift event, keep grinding until rank 22.5 or something like this, and go back to safe house. Now, there's a 99% chance that cops will show up, and we'll need again to escape from them, but that's fine. Yeah, I should be able to free start this now pretty easily. There we go. The very good thing about this track here is you can go so much to the left and right. You have so much space to work with. It's not that hard to restart the drift. Meanwhile, the previous strat that we had, it was pretty tight, it was pretty narrow, and it was way harder to get the free stars. So this is way more convenient and faster. So now that we hit multiplier 1 hit, cops will actually start actively searching for us, so they actually they will come here eventually for sure. I think I've almost never had a drifting session here where they will not show up. They always show up usually. Always. Sadly I probably won't free star. It happens from time to time. There we go, one of the cops is near. Let's get a bit of speed with the nose. Oh, we actually got lucky and we dodged the guy, I think. Yep. So far, so good actually. I don't want to jinx it, but... I mean, ideally you do want the cops, because that will make your multiplier increase faster, but if you want to be super consistent, like a safety strat, ideally you don't want the cops, ideally. If you want to be like super safe, but they eventually should come. Like, I've never had a drifting session where they haven't came here. That should be 3 stars. Okay, we're ranked 20. We actually may get lucky, we'll see, we'll see. That would be great, actually. But yeah, ideally, if you want the fastest run possible, you do want them to come in. Because the multiplier will increase way faster if they're here. There we go, yeah. Oh, actually, he may not engage. Oh, he ended, okay. Yeah, so as I said, it's legit almost impossible to not engage with the cops, but at least they came at the end, kinda, so it'll be kinda fine. Sometimes they'll hit you, which will actually reset your multiplier on the drift, which is really annoying, but what can you do, man? Sometimes nothing goes to plan. There we go. And now I'm out of... Yeah, I missed the checkpoint, so yeah. Could be annoying. Touching the cops gives you a bit of heat as well, and rep points. Okay, they touched us, but we can actually do the drift, and I think... Yeah, it's gonna be a smart decision just to kill them now. So we have a source of water nearby. So, again, you can just lure them in on this spot here. Usually you can jump over, but they'll go in and kill themselves usually, but... Can I escape them actually? I think I can because one of the cops is stuck. Yep, okay, there we go. So we escape, and that's perfect. Nice. That's really good. Nice. Okay, so now we're higher rank, and we can actually do some upgrades. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna upgrade the nose. Upgrade the suspension to race. To track, sorry. Tires to track, which should be the last one, I think. There we go. Gearbox to 6-speed, and differential to track. And now we go to our next mission, which is take on Nari. We teleport, we use that safe house that we got previously, so we can use it now. And try to go to the mission. So our car is a bit faster now, not by a lot, but decently faster. And after we do those 3 next missions, we're going to do a big upgrade, and I think that should be it for the rest of the game. Like, shouldn't need any other upgrades. Believe so. We start our next mission, which is Take on Nari. So basically, as Anna previously explained, basically their plan is to keep climbing the ladder, defeating different crews, and this is the next crew that they're trying to defeat so they can make their way onto the top. For a boost, Nari. So there's scripted cops here in this race, but we're going to try to evade them. The first cop I'm going to try to completely wreck. And at the end of the race, there are 3 scripted cops that, because we're heat 1, we're gonna be heat 1, they're gonna be pretty easy to outrun and just go directly to the next mission. So now one of the scripted cops will show up, and we're going to try to destroy him. There we go.
All units, we've got eyes on a suspect behind the wheel of a 65 Mustang.
They are the other. There's only one. Yeah, there's more of them. There we go. They're going to try to block us and stuff like that, but try to avoid it. No! Oh wow. Did I get it? Oh, I got the checkpoint. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be. This is not what usually happens, but if I need to, I'll just destroy them in the water. But usually. Can I rig this cop? Thank you. Okay, I'm actually pretty low on health. Yeah, this definitely didn't go to plan, but okay, I'm escaping somehow. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we're in a bit of a critical damage, but I should be fine. I should be fine. There could be, I think there's a gas station along the way on the race anyway, so should be fine. But yeah, that definitely didn't go to plan. Also, I forgot to split, but that's fine. Just going to skip it. What is good is that this critical damage usually doesn't affect our performance, so our car is just as fast. Hopefully there are gas stations along the way so we can actually repair. But even if they aren't, I shouldn't have too big trouble escaping the cops. Even if the gas station is a little bit off the way, I'll try to get it because it'll be just safer to repair. Oh, there's a gas station at the end. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect. So I can actually repair. We can go here to the right and just keep going to the mission, I think. I can. Sometimes you can. There it is. We start our next mission. So now we defeated Oscar and Nari, which are part of Jordan's crew, and now we're going to try to defeat the whole crew by ourselves, so we can keep going up the ladder of the racing hierarchy. But yeah, in this one there will be definitely cops. But because we're hit 1, we shouldn't have big of a trouble escaping them. Cop is a bit persistent, but yeah, there we go. We'll get cops at the very end anyway, but we don't need the reputation anymore, as we have enough reputation to do the last mission, so... So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm going to save my nose bottles for the end. Because there will be cops at the end. It's scripted, so having 2 nose bottles at least should help. Or I think maybe actually... Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm fine. Now we just need to go back to a safe house. Which... We can go back here like this, I guess. Or actually, I think we're going to get a black... Yeah, we're going to get a black screen. God, doesn't matter. We don't need to. We just need to escape. So I think we should have a cutscene here. Where they go out to eat, and then I'm going to a safe house.
Look who's here.
So the closest safe house is actually this one. But I saw there was a cop, so we have to be a bit careful. Just want to see where that cop spawn is. He's actually kinda in our direction, let's see. We should be able to avoid him. Yes, nice. Okay, that's good. Okay, interesting. I thought I could enter the safe house from this direction, but I guess I couldn't. That's fine. Okay, now we do more upgrades and we keep doing the other missions.
Found your way back here, huh?
Can't stay away.
So as I said, if you remember, this safe house will help us with this next mission. Because it's right next to it. So we don't have to free roam for it. It's right next to us. So at the end of this mission, you'll see me performing a glitch, which is called the Shaw glitch. Because Shaw is one of the main cops in the city, and you'll see later. So Anna gets the best car that Lucas can give her, because her 350Z is still impounded. So she's driving now a Corvette. I think it... Oh, is it a... No. Sorry if I'm... It's a Camaro, sorry, it's a Camaro. My mistake, it's not a Corvette.
All high-speed units, street race in progress in Edgewood Valley to exceed horse racing.
So now... we won't be able to finish the race, you'll see. There we go.
You in the yellow Camaro, pull over!
This asshole again? Hey! Oh!
So this is the guy who impounds Anna's car, pretty much.
You're gonna pull over gotta stop you.
I'm gonna cut and run through the trap.
What about the race?
It's over. This cop's not letting go. Can you help me out?
Sure. We're a crew.
I'm calling it. This race is a bust. Everybody break.
Okay, so now immediately as we can, we go to menu and we restart. And now what happens is Shaw and Anna are frozen. So what we need to do is we need to kill Shaw, and then after that we need to push Anna. But the problem with Shaw is that he may have a certain angle on which he will not take damage. But that's fine. Oh, I think he's dead now? Is he dead? Come on. Well, now he should be. Oh yeah. Okay, so now he's dead, and now what I need to do is I need to keep pushing Anna. So she gets out of range, so the range on which I have to push her is before, around the performance shop usually. Around here. This should be fine. And now we go into the water. And we turn around. And we try to go back to shore. I think it should work. Yeah, I think it did work. Nice, nice. So now we go back to the garage and that's it. Otherwise, what happens is you need to follow Shaw all around the place. You may end up in a place on the other end of the city, and yeah, it can get pretty bad. There we go. Okay, now we continue with the next mission, which is Friend in Need. And I think I'm gonna do the final upgrades here, and that's it. Yeah, that should be enough. Nice, okay. Okay, just go out during the day, it's fine. This is a day mission, now we're doing a Lucas mission again. Okay, we can teleport.
Lucas spoke to you about a grill for a classic Camaro?
And now we're basically doing an off-road race, and since the Camaro needs a new grill, Lucas knows a guy that can sell us the grill, but he doesn't want to sell, so he sent us, talk to the guy, and the guy basically says, if you win this off-road race, I'm gonna actually get you the deal for the grill. And there's this another woman character, female character, that she has this off-road cars that she gives to you, so you can win. And later on she will be important for one other mission, because it ends up that she's actually very tech savvy and she's actually a hacker. be honest with you, I'm not a really huge fan of off-road races, but hey, there are definitely people out there that probably like off-road racing. I mean, I do, but if it's like a Colin McRae game or a rally game, in that scenario I like it, but not in this type of scenario, but it's fine because we only do one off-road race for any percent, so that's perfectly fine. And we're done.
Nice driving. Guess you be wanting that grill now.
Wait! What the hell?
It's not his fault.
Okay, we don't need to do any upgrades, but we do need to get to the safe house because we need to start the next mission and we actually need to end the day. It's another it's followed by these two next missions are also day ones, but we need to get back in the garage to trigger them to appear. Okay, we go out during the day again. Actually, that was a bit suboptimal. I should have done it directly from the map, but it's fine. So we teleport here. Okay, so this mission is the easiest and shortest one, so all you do is you skip one cutscene and mission is done. So yeah, it's the easiest mission in the whole game, if not in the whole NFS franchise.
What is this guy? You think he's built?
And that's the mission. Okay, so now we need to teleport again because it's here. And we find out that basically Anna doesn't have any track record of her car being impounded. So what we're being told by one of the police officers is that the police is doing some shady work in the background where we need to investigate and see what happens, because it's not only Anna that has this problem. And there are mysterious cars that are disappearing. So, it's a bit stealthy mission. You only follow in this mission, but...
Glad I let that go to voicemail. It was Jordan, and she's pissed.
What did we do?
Taking out Shaw's big news. It's all anyone's talking about. Spotlight's on us now.
Let's make sure it stays there.
Hell yeah.
Hey, coming up on the right.
So what we need to do is just pretty much follow this guy and that's it. Then we need to start following another guy. We need to keep our distance to make sure that we're not that suspicious. So yeah, we just basically follow the scope, see that he's going around the town doing some shady conversations and talking to people with expensive cars and stuff, so we're going to try to figure out what is actually going on.
You managed to find out anything about Torres?
Not much. She's part of mercer's team. Maybe when you get closer. Please, know what I'm saying? Wonder how we got started on this stuff. Money. Gonna lose it. Stay on track, come on! Looks like we stopped up ahead. We get through one spot to our We need to be quiet. They'll spot us.
We back up a little because we're gonna spook him, and we actually may fail the mission, so yeah.
You and Lucas speak again?
Argue before it's fresh. Not like that. It's persistent. Or something's not telling me. Something already arrived.
I thought those guys were tight.
We live for it. Okay, let's stop. It's coming.
And now we found out that the scope actually gets a pretty expensive car and starts driving it to another location, so that seems pretty shady, so we're trying to figure out where is he going.
What happened?
I think she got the same deal as me. It's inbound and international. We're worth it to nothing. Look at this map. There's this thing that is. The owner ever reported? That was the same as the car. It's our word against theirs. Our word? Shit,
So he's going to turn around here, and we're going to cut for the grass, of course. Trying to not be suspicious, and that's it. That's pretty much it, the mission. We're gonna skip a cutscene, and that's the mission. I think I could enter the garage while meanwhile in the cutscene here, but I'm not sure. Let's see. I think I'm in. I hear the sound of going in the garage, yeah. Okay, so now we have Party Crashers, which is from the safe house.
Which means it's pretty quiet in here.
And now we go here. Cut for the road here, obviously. Sadly, there's a safe house nearby there, but it's gonna be waste of time to trigger it with free roaming, so this is the second best option we have.
You made it. Meet Haley and Manta. They're in the lead.
Hey there.
Okay, so actually what happens here is we found out what the cops are doing and we informed the big boys, the league, everyone, so they're actually willing to help, which is basically to do a race, and the goal of this race is to draw attention. So we can actually draw attention to the media and actually try to report what's going on with the cop activity, the shady business they're doing in the background. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate here. I think it's not necessary to win the race, but of course it would be nice if we win it. That's a bit unfortunate. So the helicopter from the news is actually reporting the event. So as I said, we try to draw as much media attention as possible. Things will not go to plan, but yeah, so because Anna again doesn't have a car to drive, she is just right next to us enjoying the whole show. I'm going to try to save my nose for the end because we will have scripted cops at the end. So it would be great if we have full bottles of nose so we can escape as soon as possible. There should be cops here. There we go.
Get us out of here, it's an ambush.
Got a driver on the front, let's get it.
Talk to me. We chase him. Is he driving?
He got himself a 65 Mustang.
All right, everyone. The hunt is on. Go get him.
That's a persistent cop, okay. Yeah, we need water pretty much. Oh, I can escape, I think. Nice, okay, good. Nice. Now I should be going towards the direction of a safe house, I think.
Find that car.
Yes, nice. Oh no. Okay, I will get a reset, that's fine, but... okay, that's a funny one. was a funny flip.
Terminating pursuit. Got it.
Okay, so now we trigger a cutscene, which is basically the head cop of the town called Mercer. He's actually pretty corrupted, and he finds out that we find about the whole stuff, so he actually makes his way to the garage, takes up Lucas, and he takes us with a cop car, leaves Lucas in the safe house, but Lucas comes back with the Camaro, wrecks into the cop, and actually saves us, which is here now. And we need to return the Camaro. Which is in pretty bad shape.
Where can we go?
No place. North Cloud. Central. Go see the mobile.
Hey, Dex. I need a favor.
Sure. What's going on?
Friends pick up my car from the house over there and bring them up to North Cloud Bay.
I guess. Can I ask why?
Cops are watching out for us. We can't go back there. Keep it on the hook. Get the cars and I'll send you the address of the other side.
Just have to be careful not to hit traffic because we're on low hill, but should be fine. There we go, and we should be fine. Nice, and that's the mission. And we have only 2 missions left.
This is insane.
Okay, we're all the way here, but there's a mission here, so we fast teleport here. So, remember that female character that I said she's a hacker? Well, we basically obtained the laptop of Mercer, which contains a lot of important information, and she helped us to break through the laptop. However, it turns out that the people who are connected to Mercer, they put tracking devices on the laptop, so now they know where Anna and Lucas are. So we're driving towards them now to basically protect them from the cops, because the cops are going to try to wreck their car and retrieve back the laptop.
All units 315. We have a location for the suspect in Lieutenant Mercer assault. Proceed to North Cloud Bank immediately. All units, suspect vehicle is a red Porsche heading south from Cloud Bank into Edgewood Valley.
Copy, Control. Taking up pursuit. Copy that, Control. Joining pursuit.
Jackson, Warren, that you? I thought the task force never came out of the night.
Pulling an extra ship just to take down these animals.
So now the cop should be somewhere here. Oh, there he is, yeah. I steered a little bit earlier. So the goal is to not let Anna get down to like 0 health. So we need to protect her, pretty much. If she's trying to drive, that would be great, but let's see.
All units, reporting to 23
Okay, I don't know what happened, but somehow I failed the mission. Well, hopefully it restarts us when we meet them, because otherwise I need to free roam again. Okay, that was weird. Maybe because they were stuck, I don't know. I really don't know.
All units, 4220 is in code for pursuit. Please respond.
Maybe she gets busted, maybe that's it. Oh my god, what is going on? Wow, I've never got this before. Yeah, because she's getting stuck at one place and she gets busted. Okay, that's weird. I've never got this. And now I'm getting it twice in a row. That's so weird. That's so weird. Oh, they bumped each other. Nice.
All units, 4222 is in code 3 pursuit. Please respond. Now heading westbound, approaching Blackwood Heights. USL now westbound in Blackwood Heights. What's your QTH now? Now heading westbound through Fort Callahan. USL got it.
There's a gas station so I can repair my health. This cop should be dead. Nice. Okay, that's great.
Now heading northbound through Fort Callahan. Copy, USL. Now heading northbound through Rockville. USL now northbound through Rockville. Control. 4222 QSQ. I'm in pursuit of a 65 Mustang. Subject is traveling northbound through Rockville. All units, 4222 in pursuit of a 65 Mustang.
Yeah, I think we should be fine here. Yep. No, nice. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, that was a bit unfortunate that I had to restart twice, but it happens. It happens. Okay. Okay, we'll teleport again here. And that will be the last mission of the run. Okay, why is it locked? Is it a day one? Wait, I don't have enough. Oh, I may have an idea. Give me a... Oh, it's... What? Even with all of these upgrades, it's still not enough? Really? Okay, that's interesting. Oh yeah, I know what I can upgrade. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. I forgot. Okay, that's fine. Bit of time loss, but it's fine. At least I know for next time. So that's fine. I'll just remember to upgrade the clutch next time and that's it. Okay, so this is basically the last mission of the run.
That was close. We just had to lose some cops. You good? I'm free. Let's go. The trucks we're looking for, one of them left right ahead into the docks. Mercer's gotta be shipping the cars out of the city. So, where? We can't call the police. Mercer's assets are everywhere. There's gotta be some honest cops left in this city. After what we've been through, I think that number could be small. So that's all we need.
Actually, I don't know where exactly the location is, so I'm just gonna follow. Sorry about that. But usually they're not that slow, so it's fine. And we can push them from behind.
Wherever they are, raise hell and drag as many cops to Port Murphy as they can. What about us? We're headed to Eden Shores. We got our own shit to figure out.
Hey, you know there's a police station up ahead on the right.
What?
So it's basically a scripted race we get cops on. Oh, that was a close one.
Reinforcements are headed your way.
I think it's scripted that you cannot escape them, but at least we're out of range.
Backup's on its way.
Okay, so now we're on max speed because they cannot catch us and cops are angry. And they know that we're going to reveal information, so they're even more angry. So we finished the raids and we need to drive to the dock location. And that's where we found out Mercer was behind us all this time. And we're going to try to wreck him, and that's where the run ends. And we're gonna chase Mercer, kill him, and that's it. I think I cannot skip this cutscene. Yeah, I cannot. And guess what he's driving, guys? It's our old favorite. Wait for it. He's driving our favorite BMW from Most Wanted 2005. And now we need to catch him. Hopefully we don't get a very bad AI, but let's see. Sometimes he can throw a lot, so let's see what happens. Sometimes you can get stuck in one place and you can keep dodging him until forever, but that's quite unlikely to happen probably. Sometimes it's really hard to land a hit. Like, he's not taking damage if you're 45 degrees. And see, like, barely touch him and he has a lot of health gone. Maybe I can get a hit from behind, let's see. Almost, okay. He could steer here somewhere. Not okay. There we go. Nice. And that's the run. GG. GG, guys. That was Need for Speed Heat, any percent, no DLC. And let's watch the last cutscene. So, this is the other female character that she revealed information to us. And Mercer still thinks that she's with him, but apparently she has some other plans.
You? Taurus? Ava? If they take me in, things could go real bad. For both of us.
I agree.
Making those cops work for their money. Good job.
Oh, welcome back. I know this place ain't easy to find.
And there's the last cutscene, which Torres basically becomes the head police officer and everybody are happy. Well, I hope whoever is watching the submission enjoys it. Thank you for the person who will review it and watch it, and I hope it gets accepted because it's not that long of a run. For Need for Speed standards, it's actually pretty good. And I hope it gets accepted. If not, well, thank you for watching.
This is what you
Appreciate your time.
Solid deal.
I'm not driving this.
After what happened to your last couple cars, you should be grateful.
She's perfect for someone just starting out.
Look, I'm in the league. If I show up in this thing, they're gonna laugh me off the road.
Might be big time now. Always be my little liga. Mira, venga pa' acá.
Anda tranquila, no.
Come on.
Oh, Anna gets a surprise. She gets her Camaro back.